Good evening. Welcome to Reading Things with a Southern Accent 2020, episode 25. It's a big deal. We've done 25 of these in the last few weeks because, you know, the coronavirus lockdown has given us time to think about what should we really be doing with our time. This is how I have chosen to utilize my extra time. I'm kind of flying blind because my setup now is coming from a computer that is across the room. I can't look right here like I used to because I'm hardwired into the system.
It's me and someone else. I don't know.
We got two viewers right now.
Tell them to say hi.
Who's there? I'm trying to pull this up to see who's. This never works.
I can only see me.
Huh?
I said I can only see me.
Two. Where are we here? Think about it. Oh, volume down. Who's there other than Mrs. Murphy? I'll put this over here. Anyways, I can't really see what's going on. I can't see who's logged in. I'm kind of flying blind a little bit, but that's okay. What we have decided to do is take Shakespeare week. Things are off. My hand is way out of the frame here. What's going on? Shakespeare week and extend it because we had so much fun doing Shakespeare week that we decided we got a whole book here. Let's do some more. So that is what we have decided to do for at least the next week. It's coming from a book. This book right here. Hello, Jason Cannon. This book right here, that Jason Cannon refers to as the trash dump book. It is. Are we in the light here? It is called 23 Plays and the Sonnets. And it is Shakespeare. And that is because Shakespeare. So let me back this up just a hair. I was reading really short pieces out of a different book. And my family told me I needed to read longer and I needed to read things that were more difficult. So they deemed that Shakespeare was the thing. So luckily we have this treasure, a book published in 1938. This is an 80-something-year-old book I hold here in my hand that we can use as material, source material for our readings, at least for the coming future. We've had some suggestions of Charles Dickens, Edgar Allan Poe, what else?
Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. So we've had some suggestions for some more complicated things to read. So we're gonna bring those in, but right now we're gonna stick with Shakespeare because it's just too much darn fun to read the Shakespeare in a Southern accent. A tiny little wormhole side update. The sun came out today. It's been snowing like crazy in April. The sun came out today, and me and the producer, we went for a bike ride in the sun. It was 45 degrees. The sun was out. It was gorgeous. We actually got to go and be like active. It was very, very exciting. We didn't have to sit around the house for that. You can see my hair. I'm in desperate need of some hair attention. I can't wait for the barbershop to open up on the corner again. I saw my guy Joe at the grocery store the other day from across the way, and I was like, Joe, but we couldn't touch. So Leanne Dimitri, hello. Bike ride looked beautiful. Finally thawing out. Yeah, just a little bit. But trust me, it's only April 20th. Oh, by the way, happy 420 to those of you who celebrate the holiday. I do not. I'm not a partaker. But it is April 20th. We will still get snow. Every year on Mother's Day, we get snow. The first week of June, we'll probably get snow. So I'm not really worried about it. So Ken Herzog. Hi, Ken Herzog. Can I have a chicken biscuit, please? Okay. So tonight's reading comes from, is it a play?
Yeah.
A play. It's 23 plays. I'm a smart person, I promise. I went to college.
Could have been a sonnet.
It is a play. So this book is 23 plays in the sonnets. This book here. And our tonight's reading comes from As You Like It. And if my memory serves me correctly, I think my older brother, did
Because you had a younger one?
a presentation or did a play. She's not a nice person. She's over here yapping in my ear. He did this in high school. Random knowledge for you. So, that's not very long. Okay. The producer chooses my readings. I go into this cold, and it is more fun.
You can read forever.
I can go further. Hey, Kristen, give that dude a buzz cut. I don't want a buzz cut. I'm afraid it won't come back, Jason. We'll see. So I'm gonna move this.
Read right underneath where it was.
Okay.
A fool.
Yeah. I'm gonna go right here. As always, we have to lube up just a hair. Yeah, that's enough. As You Like It, Act 2. So this is Scene 7? Scene 7 of Act 2 from Shakespeare's As You Like It. Here we go. John Campbell. Hi, John Campbell. A fool. I sound like Samuel Jackson. I try again. Boop. A fool. Man, that is a hard word to say with southern accent. A fool.
Fool. Fool.
A fool. Fool. Uh-oh.
Fool.
You're a fool.
Fool.
Son, you're a fool.
A fool.
Jeez Louise. A fool. A fool. I met a fool in the forest. There's nothing like getting live critique over here. In the forest, a motley fool, a miserable world. As I do live by food, I met a fool who laid him down and basked him in the sun and railed on Lady Fortune in good terms set, and yet a motley fool. I can't say motley without trying to go British. Oh, pardon me. I'm sorry. And I went to school with a guy named Eric Motley. All these things come to mind. I am lost. A motley fool, a miserable world. As I do live by food, I met a fool who laid down, I already read that part, I'm going to do it again, basked him in the sun and railed on Lady Fortune in good terms, and yet a motley fool. Good morrow, son of a nutcracker. Quoth I, no, sir, quoth he. Call me not fool till heaven hath sent me fortune. And then he drew a dial from his poke, and looking on it with lackluster eye, says very wisely, it is 10 o'clock. Thus we may see, quoth he, how the world wags. 'Tis but an hour. 'Tis but an hour ago since it was 9. And after 1 hour more, 'twill be 11. And so from hour to hour we rap, and then from hour to hour we rot and rot. And thereby hangs a tale. When I did hear the motley fool thus moral on the time, my lungs began to crow like a chanticleer, that fools should be so deep contemplative, and I did laugh sans intermission.
An hour by his dial, O noble fool, a worthy fool. Motley's the only wear. What fool is this, O worthy fool? One that hath been a courtier? One that hath been a courtier. Let's go with courtier. And says, if ladies, but ye young and fair, they have the gift to know it, and in his brain, which is as dry as the remainder biscuit after a voyage he hath strange places crammed. With observation, the which he vents in mangled forms, oh that I were a fool, I am ambitious for a motley coat, thou shalt have one, it is my only suit. And that is a section of Scene 7 from Act 2 of As You Like It from Mr. William Shakespeare. Was he a Sir? Was he Sir William Shakespeare? We don't know. We'll have to look that up. Oh my goodness. And that wraps it up for the reading for tonight. Today is Monday, April the 20th, 2020. We are roughly 5 weeks into the coronavirus, coronapocalypse, COVID-19, stay-at-home order, social distancing, lockdown. And as far as we know, here in Summit County, Colorado, we will be social distancing, and non-essential businesses will be closed until May 31st. The school year has been canned. We are all just trying to figure this out. So, thank you for joining me tonight. My purpose here is to merely provide a tiny bit of distraction for anyone who strolls by and takes a look for however long you decide to pay attention. My name is Murph. Thank you for watching. And please wash your hands. Good night.